Welcome to the Motley Few Adventure Hour, brought to you by Menon.
Yeah, I had to, call back to the last game that not all of us were at. Hey there. So when we were last here, you guys threw me for a loop. You were heading to the 4th General in the northeast quadrant of this map, and decided, no, we're going to head back and wake the sleeper. So you drug her corpse to the middle of the room with, what was the name of this general? Anyone remember? Anyone?
Ansubek.
Ansubek, thank you very much. He's removed from my map now. Yeah, so to the room with Ansubek, and Ansubek was slumbering. You snuck in, placed the body upon an altar, performed a ritual, having found all of the parts, and slowly sucked Ansubek's life away. Although he was hanging on by a thread at the end, you did wake the sleeper, Kisi the Artificer. She's hanging out right now with the last. So it woke up. I think it had a couple of hit points, and you guys dispatched it. So now 2 of the 4 generals are dead. You have the 3rd general that you guys ran into is sort of awaiting you guys to fulfill your promise and your deal. And this finds you guys standing in, ankle deep in water. I'm going to hit unpause on the game. I'm going to end our travel music. And here we are. What say you, gentlemen and ladies, or whatever?
Did we wake the sleeper?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
She's awake.
She still has a slumber icon on her.
Well, I would check that again.
Oh, okay, cool.
So indeed, you woke the sleeper. So we have a couple of people that aren't here this evening. So I will defer which of you, it's not going to be me, is going to lead this evening.
I could play.
Somebody's very echoey.
Is it me?
It was you for a second. I don't know. All right. I heard you say something along the lines of, I'll lead. Is that correct?
No, I was saying I could play Cadmus, but...
I
can run Horvath.
All right, let me enable that for you guys. So Cadmius, ownership. I should have done that while I was waiting. Who's going to run Cadmius?
That would be me, Atreus.
All right. Atreus, indeed. And then Horbeck is going to be run by... Dob Bowl. Horbeck. Owner. Save changes. And don't forget that Cadmius has a familiar named Glory the Rapier. Well, not a familiar, but he has a summonable sword. All right, here we are. So you guys are all standing around in the water. Time is of the essence. It is right now, according to my clock, 3:04 p.m. You are muted, sir.
How much time we got until clock is out?
Until I believe you guys started at dawn. You guys have quite a bit of time. You've made quick work by not doing a bunch of stuff and then fast forwarding through some other things. So, good on you.
I walk up to the last and the sleeper and just kind of say, "Hey, we don't have a lot of time, but we were hoping you have knowledge on how to defeat all the generals. Specifically, the biggest one, which is named something or other. It's in the tomb with the dog-faced creature on the floor."
Are you referring to the Demon Queen or one of the generals?
One of the generals.
I believe he's referring to Anubus.
Yes, that would be the one.
Yes, that I believe he is indeed.
Anubus is a tough cookie. Do people still say cookie? They said cookie when I went to sleep.
We say cookie in reference to food that we eat, but that's about it. But that is neither here nor there. Do you know how to beat Anubis? Should I ask you an omnibus of questions on how to defeat Anubis?
I don't specifically know how to answer your question. Anubis can be beat. Absolutely.
Do you have the knowledge of how to easily beat him? How might we kill him? Quickly dispatch him so we may get the scepter, what? The scepter?
Sepulcher.
Sepulcher, that word.
It is a hard word to pronounce for sure.
Well, I'm from the Feywild, so I don't know how to speak your native tongue as smoothly, so you'll have to forgive me.
So, Anubis, when last I was awake, was trapped in the northeastern part of this vault. This used to be a vault. It's held many treasures, and now it's become a prison. And I do know that he guards the he guards the sarcophagus of dusk. You'll have to be specific with the kinds of things you want to know. I'm not gonna read your mind, sir.
Kill him. How do you kill him?
Well, first you have to get to him. And to get to him is tough.
Oh, it is. Are there traps in that room?
There are absolutely traps, and there's corrupted Ushabi.
Hey, Abasi, what questions do you want to ask?
Well, I'm concerned that there are corrupted. My brothers are corrupted.
So yeah, you guys are gonna have to be specific about the kinds of things because I'm not gonna say, okay, well, step one.
Okay, so do you know how
she's been sleeping, right? And while she can help and she knows many things, you're gonna have to be a little bit more specific with the kinds of things that you want to know.
so asking specifically how to kill Anubis is not specific enough?
Well, I think she can tell you. How about this? I'll go into character.
Look, what is your name?
Atreus, sorry, I have a peanut butter marshmallow in my mouth.
Look, I can tell you this. This last general is incredibly powerful. We're talking, hundreds and hundreds of life points, let's just say. And the things that this creature is immune to are acid, bludgeoning, cold, fire, force, lightning, necrotic, piercing, poison, psychic damage, radiant damage, slashing, and thunder. So are you taking notes? So you're asking me,
I was gonna say,
how do we
can
kill
you
this
say
thing?
that again, but slower? You say that again, that list again, but slower.
Not only will I say it slower, I will say it backwards. Thunder, slashing, radiant, psychic, poison, piercing, necrotic, lightning, force, fire, cold, bludgeoning, and acid.
I don't know if that was slower.
Is that every type of damage? Maybe slashing?
It's an awful lot. But that's the least of your worries.
Tickle.
Because this creature battles with two things. A giant shield with spikes and he does something called a shield bash. And this thing, it's a +10 to hit, right? But it only does 1 1d10 plus 5 bludgeoning, and then 3 1d6 piercing. But that's okay, because that's not even the weapon. That's the shield.
So is there a way we could use the staffs that we already have to help us? Can those be used somehow? Like, could the knight staff counteract the one that he has in his tomb and somehow help us get?
In so much as you would attack an intruder with a key.
Okay.
Will you help us fight them?
I will do my best.
Is there any kind of damage it's not immune to?
Any magic casters?
I would be one.
Yeah.
There might be some magics that would help. And again, if I said immunities, I misspoke. These are resistances. So it's just...
Okay.
They do damage, but, reduced.
Mm-hmm.
He's not, he's not impossible to kill. But he's very hard to hit. He has a very high strength. His armor is very, very strong.
Do you think there's anything we could provide him that he would just give us the scepter? The staff.
Sepulcher.
Sepulcher.
Sepul like supple, cur like current. Sepulcher.
Sepulcher.
Well, I think... Alright, here's what I know. I'm leaving you hanging.
Oh, wow.
Oops. That wasn't supposed to come from that character. Wrong person was selected. Anyway.
Okay, I'm in a dark room, so I just see it.
Yeah, Uratun, the Midnight Sentinel was once one of the Order's greatest trackers. A ranger and a monster slayer who specialized in hunting evil across the lands. He was the only person cunning and deceptive enough to capture Secretal. Secretage, I could never pronounce that. Secretage. Stories say that he could sense evil for 100 miles in all directions and track them through the sandstorm. He's believed to be the greatest archer the land has ever known. He was blessed with a divine bow made of moonlight itself, which shoots arrows of pure light. So that is who we will find in the sarcophagus. Once you beat or trick this general.
Well, is his bow in the sarcophagus with him? Is that like a weapon we can get and use? Would you know?
I would not know.
What do you guys... So, here's the issue. Although I am a magic user, I am all out of spell slots. And unfortunately, the only way I get them back is if we rest and take a long rest. But I don't know if we have enough time to do that.
I think we do. How long is the long rest?
I'm in
8 hours.
How about you, Sue?
I'm in the same situation. Yeah. Magic user out of spell slots.
8 hours. 3. That would put it at 12 a.m. if we rest. Take a long rest, because it's 8 hours.
Yeah, I think we'd have 5 left. So if that's all we have left to do, I think it's doable. But we wouldn't have much wiggle room if we changed our mind and decided we needed to squeeze in another activity.
Yeah, well, we We gotta kill this general, then we have to go back to the bird general and show him that we killed all of them, and hopefully he's not lying and he'll help us with the demon queen. But we we may end up having to dispatch him and then dispatch the demon queen too. So do we think we could do all that within 5 hours time if we do a long rest?
Well, yeah, to me the bigger question is like, do we think we can win this battle with both of you with no spells? That's the part that seems tough.
Yeah,
I
don't think we'll be able to. I think we're gonna have to do a long rest.
I can make it just a
Ironically-
tiny hut to sleep in.
But ironically, I just came from a long rest.
Are you a magic user? By the way, what's your name besides Sleeper? I don't want to just call you Sleeper.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you a bit about myself. I'm Kessie, the Artificer. Now, I may not look like much. I know I have a modest appearance, and my shaved head might be off-putting. But I assure you that I am not to be trifled with. I wear these charms and icons to represent the various gods of the lands and mystical symbols that are dear to my heart. Although I've been told with every step I leave a jingly, noisy trail behind. But that'd be the only way you could spot me, as I leave no footprints when I walk.
You leave no footprints, you say?
Yes. And you asked me if I do magics, and I do have an ancient flanged mace that does, pretty good bludgeoning damage, right? But I also have something called Divine Eminence. And this is just a bonus. It costs me a spell slot, but I can cause my melee weapon attack to deal an extra 10 3d6 radiant damage. And you heard that right. 10 3d6.
Wait.
Cool. Well, whenever we do the fight, do that.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well,
I'm also, as you may have noticed, wearing mithril. So, I'm feeling pretty good. And then I have, a whole range of spells, including, raise the dead if that were to fall upon one.
good to know.
I'm happy to answer more questions if you have them.
All right. So, I think what I suggest is, I think we kind of have no choice. I don't know if Kira will, or Kira? Did I say it right?
Kessie.
Kisi. I don't know if Kisi will be a strong enough gun on her own with her magic to help defeat this next boss. So I think we're kind of in a spot where we have to long rest. I also think Horbeck, if I remember, he got hit quite a bit. Or is he doing good? I don't remember.
He's got a little damage. It's not too bad.
Not too bad. Because I'm wondering if, we rest up. The rest of Sue and I will get our spell slots back. We all get our health back, and then we just go and try to kill this guy.
Rest through it.
And would have me the last?
Can you fight?
Well, I have but 4 hit points, but I will gladly spend them in service of Kisi.
4 hit points.
You seem bigger than that, but all right.
Yeah, I would have expected a little bit more from you on that one, but okay, cool.
Well, my life force has been drawn away, keeping Kisa alive.
Didn't
There was a
we
time.
restore you to full health by doing the ritual on you, though?
No, you restored her.
No, as I recall, we restored you, and you helped bring her back.
Yeah, that is what
No,
happened.
But I was but a conduit.
Okay.
You're so much more than a conduit. The sleeper, or the last. Do you have a name?
Now I do have some things up my sleeve. You know, I have magics. I can change forms. Right? I can wield magical weapons, and I can absorb acid, and I'm resistant to magic.
Can you change into a form with more hit points?
You are funny, Mr. Dole. Mr. Dobb. Mr. Dobb.
You know, I could change my form too. You know, that's just like a parlor trick nowadays.
I'm happy. You know, I'm happy to be the conduit to any of you who want to share your life force with me.
What do you mean by be the conduit? So if you take damage, or if she takes damage, do you get hit? Is that what you mean?
No. What I'm saying is, if you're a willing soul, I can take some of your hit points and temporarily add them to me.
I don't have many hit points as it is.
Do you have
I
more
got a
than
high.
4?
Huh?
Do you have more than 4? Anything more than 4 is more than I have.
I just, you were a big talk back when we first met you, so I just assumed you had a lot. But
I talked not at all. Who were you talking to right now? You're talking to the last. You realize you're talking to the last, yes? Not a bossy.
Yeah, your incoherent jibber jabber made it sound like you were going to attack us, and if we tried to do anything to her before you knew who we were. So I just assumed you were pretty strong, but I guess I shouldn't assume.
You should not assume. My immutable form was quite the trickster.
Okay, so let's assess then. We have 2 people who have magic. One only has 4 hit points, though. 2 of us who have pretty much 0 spell slots right now who are magic. And then...
and you have me!
You have me!
Can
Don't
you do
forget about
magic?
me.
Yeah, mysterious kid trapped in a vase. Can you do anything?
I can! I'm glad you asked. No one ever seems to care about poor Uraeus. I can detect thoughts, and I can detect magic, and I can detect good and evil. I can detect lots and lots of things. But I can also bless. And is anyone hungry? Because I can create food and water. If not, I can cure your wounds. Provide some shield. I can shape a creature's dreams. I can make them. We should have infected the dreams of this general before we killed him. That would have been great fun.
Ooh.
We do.
I can do many things. Can I command what?
Can you command a person? Do you have a way to command someone to do something?
No, I can't command. But I can, I can scry things, I can understand things. I'm a bit of a mystic. I mean, it's not nothing, but, I'm a snake, so I'm immune to poison.
Okay, so I'm torn. What we have, I guess, with Uraeus, the last, and the sleeper, we have 3 magic users. Do we want to just go and try, or do we want to sleep?
Well, yeah, 4 magic users, actually.
Oh, I guess a bossy too, but...
Yeah, Atreus always underestimating a bossy.
Well, he's so silent, he's got that monk.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget he's in the room.
I open up one door and have my ass handed to me.
So what do you guys think?
Yeah, if we're gonna fight the Dragon Queen right after, it definitely would be better to do a sleep right before that fight than try to have to fight her coming out of. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we
Yeah,
have Orbeck who can sort of tank, and if we have uh, Flying Snake Boy who can heal, that's good.
I know.
And I can do a good amount of damage if I can flank them. So
Okay, I said we just go try it because I think you're right. I think we're going to need the rest after this, and then if the sleeper can resurrect one of us if need be. It sounds like. Is that what Raise the Dead does? As I turn it out.
Were you asking me a question?
No, I'm asking the sleeper if that's what Raise the Dead. She said she has Raise the Dead. Is that to resurrect someone who has died, or is that to raise the dead to fight for you?
I'm letting the owner of that spell answer that question. Well, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to Sue. You're
No.
talking to.
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
The only way I raise the dead is with my musical ability.
Okay,
I'm
you're
more
asking about
raising
raise
Bruce than raising the dead.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
I
was
think he
coughing.
said the sleeper has it.
Yeah,
That's
yes, I have it. Kessie has it. Yes, it's me. Yeah.
Okay,
What I
that's
can
good.
do is I can return a dead creature that I touch to life, but it cannot be dead longer than 10 days. But I don't think that's going to be a problem in this scenario, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Now, if that body's soul is willing, and is up for rejoining the body, they will return to life with 1 hit point. Now,
Okay.
there is also some benefit. This neutralizes poisons. It cures non-magical diseases. It does all sorts of good stuff, right? It closes mortal wounds. But what it can't do is if you lose an arm, I'm sorry, but it cannot restore your arm.
So, ups and downs. Okay. All right. So I think then with the fact that we have some pretty good magic users and the rest of us could still melee. And Sue, maybe you can try to get into the crypt and see if there's a way. Like maybe a couple of us, while we battle, we can try to get in the crypt. Because I think, Dob, I think you're right. We probably want to save our rest for just before
Yeah.
the Demon Queen. So I think we have our plan. Let's go in and try to kill this general.
As
Let's
is?
hit it.
As is, we're going in as is? Well,
The worst that
You
could
know,
happen.
I may have to use my death ward. Which of you is most likely to die?
Orbeck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I can cast my death ward on that creature, and instead of them dying, they would instead drop to 1 hit point.
Yeah, I would say
Right.
Horbeck.
So we can, we can play that by ear. So you're not long resting, then you're not taking a nap. I was so tired. I was like going back to sleep. But okay.
All right, so I'm going to close the long rest window I just got all set up for you. And I like your plan. So you guys are going to head out of here. Who's leading?
Why is it? There. I could lead. I could go up in front.
Woo.
Oh, wait, that's weird. Oh. How do I deselect? I have 2 characters selected for some reason. I don't know how to.
Here, I'll put them after each other.
Okay, cool.
Where are you guys heading to? I'm going to move everybody else to that spot.
We're gonna go, I guess, to the entrance, or back to where we met Uraeus. We kind of went that far, so we know it's clear up to there.
All right. I'm going to group my guys together. And I'm going to move them. So to the central room, is that what I just heard, or did I not hear that right?
No, I said back to where we found Uraeus.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because we at least went in that far, and we knew that it was clear up to that point, and we were safe.
Got it. So who's left?
The UI, Thomas, by the way, feels insanely faster today.
Oh, does it? I'm glad to hear it. Yeah.
Usually when I walk, I have to like push a button and then wait like a full second for it to move, and now it's just like pretty fluid.
Awesome. Yeah. I spent no insignificant amount of time combing through conflicts. So like a lot of the modules didn't work well together. I had a buddy. Remember when we used to do Fantasy Grounds? We used this this sort of brownish interface overlay. And so the guy who made that, he also came to Foundry same time I did. So we've been working together on some of the stuff. So yeah, he crawled all of the modules and like identified all the conflicts, and we went through each one. So I'm glad to hear it's paid off. I'm looking forward to combat to see if that works any better. Sue, do you want me to move you? You seem like you're sort of stalled out on in the other room there. Or are you not joining the rest of the team?
I had to reload because I was still when the audio came out, when the text came from the wrong character, my map moved there and then never moved up. Was able to go back.
Oh, let me know when that happens again. I can do that next time. I'll fix it for you.
I was gonna give Horback a healing potion. How do I? Or two questions. One, can I use a healing potion on another character, or do I have to transfer?
You can. You can select them and then use it. That should do it.
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah.
Also, since we're testing things out, I'm going to do the ultimate test right now.
All right, measure something, dude.
I'm going to measure.
It didn't crash, did it? It didn't crash.
Did not crash.
Yeah. And it also registered the right terrain, it registered distance, right? So it should adjust colors and all that.
Wow. I can now measure to my heart's content.
Yes. Yes, indeed. That was Touch VTT was crashing that guy. All right, so why don't I give you a little... Oh, someone just healed up, looks like. You got back 7 hit points. Not complete, but not bad.
Yeah, 80 out of 85. I'll take it.
So, as you guys travel down, this hall, past that jackal-headed mosaic floor, reminder, this air became dry. Just like, so you went from this moist area to this very sort of dry area. And there's a sort of bitter taste in your mouth. There's like this bitterness on the air. There's this thin haze of smoke that fills the entryway, right where you guys are standing. I'm gonna freeze tokens. So right next to you, you spot this great iron brazier. It's crackling and spewing purple smoke. Sort of clearly the source of this sort of acrid tinge that sort of stings your eyes. So now you're at an impasse. You've went around to the left or to the north, and that's where you met. That's where you met.
That's where you met me, Urias.
So, yeah, these voices are probably horrible to hear. I'd only hear my own voice, so I don't have to deal with the crap you guys do. But anyway, you see that this sort of hallway continues north and then east, and then also is south and then east.
Curious. Do you know which path would be the safest to go, or are they both equally as dangerous? I'm
Who
I'm
are you
hoping-
talking to? I could not make out the name.
the sleeper. I don't remember. I can't say her.
Cassie?
Kessie?
Is it Kessie? Yeah, Kessie. Do you know which way would be the safest for us to go to move forward?
Well, I suggest we take stock of the now and move forward not. Ahead are traps.
Well, which way has traps? To the north or to the south? Or both?
Yes.
You sure like to speak in riddles, don't you?
I was asleep a long time.
Can you guide us through the traps?
It's not that kind of a trap. So, ahead, if memory serves, and unless something else has changed, are corrupted Ushambati. Like our friend Abasi, but long since corrupted. They patrol and stand watch in this area on behalf of Anubet, the 4th General.
Maybe we send Uraeus ahead and just kind of check to see how many are either up at the north to the or down to the south. See, Uraeus, would you be willing to do that for your pal Cadmus? He would very much appreciate it.
Would you like me to head south or north?
Let's start with south. I have a good feeling about south.
I shall head south. Tell me when to stop.
Well, just go around the corner and let us know if you see what you see around the corner.
Tell me what you see, my servants.
So you in your minds hear this thunderous voice yell that out. Tell me what you see as soon as Uraeus is within eyeshot of one of the seers. Nothing has moved. Nothing has moved. Uraeus sort of freezes, sort of not sure what to do next.
Cadmus whispers, Uraeus, come back. Tell us what you saw. Slowly and stay in the dark.
So Uraeus comes back.
Wow, that really hurts. I don't know how he does that voice every time.
Yeah, he's bananas, isn't it? That's why I rely on software for my voices. Sending to chat. So what he saw was something that looked like this, but in the dark and with a glowing eye, much more ominous than this.
Was there only one or multiple? Okay, now I'm sounding like Batman. Okay, I'm just gonna talk in my normal voice when I do Cadmus, because
I barely saw the one, and it made no movement towards me.
can you go up to the top and go around the corner in the north now and see if you see anything?
I will go 15 feet at a time.
Sounds great. And if you see anything, just stop. If you see a similar being, just stop.
Here I go. Wish me luck. Now we won't be able to communicate once I get around this corner. I will come back.
So Uraeus is, slowly making its way around.
So, guys, what about those zombies and those mummies, huh?
Hmm.
Pretty hard to kill. I mean, sure hate the curses. Man, that's
Can Abasi tell us anything? Abasi, can you tell us anything about what Uriah saw? Since that's like kind of like a zombie version of you, as far as I understand.
I don't know what you're talking about. Uriah says, and I are not linked in any way. It was trapped independently of me.
Could you tell us about the warriors that might have been corrupted? Maybe give us a little bit of information on how they fought. Were they magic users like you? Were they more just weapons? What is something we could look into?
That I can answer. That I can. They were honorable, noble, and fiercely loyal. They were melee fighters to the end, with shield slams and weapon slashes and multi-attack, and really, really that was their bread and butter. They had no spell casting abilities. If they are a shadow of me or a version of me, probably 100 to 140 hit points, somewhere in there. Breaks my heart.
I wonder if there's a magical way to, I guess, save them from whatever charm they're under.
Hmm.
Are they undead, or are they charmed, or like?
They are corrupted.
Like politicians, they got paid to switch sides, or
Their minds are scrambled.
Okay, so not undead.
Well, so there's no chance that like Urias can pop into their dreams or something and unscramble the minds.
If indeed they sleep, but I can tell you, if these corrupted Shambati, they can't even speak. Their minds are scrambled. They understand, but they don't speak. They're just shells of their former selves.
wait, Cassie, you said you had detect thoughts, right?
Detect thoughts? Let me think. Let me think on that.
It's Urias who has detect thoughts.
Oh, it's you, Chris.
Yeah, I do not. I have lots of restorations and guardians and revivify, and I come from a very good place. But you think you're confusing me with Urias.
And I am back, and it is an interesting. And yes, I have detect thoughts.
What did you see? Or I should say, what did you see, Urias?
From as far as I got it, which was all the way to the eastern corner, and then the hallway rotated around to the south. I saw another corrupted Unshabati warrior, and I believe off in the distance I also saw the initial warrior. So there's at least two. I didn't see a third, but that doesn't mean there's not a third. Now, interesting thing happened is it spotted me and moved towards me, but it made no movement when I backed away. It stopped.
Hmm. So it's guarding. Is it guarding something maybe?
Yeah, it's probably guarding the Anubus.
So I did. I did detect. I do detect good and evil, and I can tell you, these were neither good nor evil. These are but empty vessels. They do not serve a darker purpose, nor do they serve a noble cause.
Question, Urias, with detect thoughts, can you also push thoughts into someone? So not only understand what they're thinking, but also push thoughts back into them? Or is it purely just understanding what they're thinking at the moment?
This is more useful for like an interrogation.
Okay. Abasi,
Okay.
how do you feel about potentially having to attack your fellow warriors?
They are not fellow warriors. They're but shells of the men they once were.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm glad we all feel good about this.
Yep. I guess it's just a flip of a coin. Do we go north or south now? Well, question, Urias.
I
From your
would
perspective-
suggest we go north. I would suggest we go north. To the south is a general. Clearly, there's a general to the south, and they're guarding something, and there's 2 ways in. And I don't see a way past either of them. I think we might be better served to draw one of them into the hall.
Okay. Would you
All
be
right,
willing
let's do it.
to do that? Could you get that one to follow you out here, Urias?
Who's asking?
I mean, Urias, would you be willing to get him to follow you out here?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shall I do so now, or when would you like me to go?
We should get ready.
Yes.
We should ready some attacks.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, how do we want to stack up for this guy if he follows Urias out and around? We want to basically, I think our best bet would to have him flanked somehow.
Yeah, can I get?
Mhm.
Can I move Dob into that little room? Is that safe?
Yeah, that room is. Well, I don't know what you define as safe, but yes, you can go in there. It's not. There's nothing hostile in there. You've already explored it. But yeah.
Is it okay if you unlock movement while we stack up?
Oh, my bad. Yes. Free move.
So maybe what we do is Dob and Horbeck go in that room. Urias will bring him around. Myself and Cadmus, we could stay at these stairs, and so that as Urias comes around, he'll see us and head us too, hopefully, and then the others will stay in the hallway to come in here, and then when he comes out, you guys flank him from behind, and then we could all just attack. So we'll have him surrounded and just hopefully just knock the shit out of him and knock his hit point down.
And as you're saying that, you hear
Ashibati, what transpires beyond my sight?
Uh-oh. All right, let's move into positions. I don't think we have much time.
Do we want Abasi to take a couple steps back?
Yeah, I think put them right there.
okay, aiming
I think I'll go-
this way.
Yeah, and then I was thinking Horbeck could go with you, Dob. Be in that room behind the door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think if we want him to hit somebody, it's Horback. So I figured he should be visible.
Okay, so maybe Horbeck switch with me.
I'm going to fade down the hall a bit and be on call.
Oh, I can't grab my people anymore. Oh,
So the last sort of made his way down the hallway just sort of to get out of the way. 4 hit points isn't
That's
much of a
fair.
tank.
yeah, I think also move the chests over next to Abasi, or maybe behind Abasi. And then Horbeck could stand next to Cadmus.
I will go behind Abasi.
Because Cadmus is also somewhat of a tank. He has 83 hit points.
Perfect.
All right, Uraeus, try to draw the one from the north down towards Horbeck and Cadmus, and then
It's
Does
your-
Cadmus have a ranged weapon? We should ready range attack.
yeah, that's a good point.
So the plan is when this thing comes into range, you're going to just open fire on it.
We are just going to take it out.
I'm moving into position. Are you ready?
Yeah, should we all ready weapons? How do you ready in here? Where's the... Hey, you're going to have to bear with me trying to figure out Cadmus a little bit. Open up.
Tell me when you're ready.
How do you ready an action in here?
Well, you can use the little highlight yourself and then hit the little swords on the left, and then I think there's a ready feature. Yeah, it's under main actions.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
All right. And do you want Abasi and everybody else readied as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's all be
Sure.
ready.
Throw.
Any buffs? Or are we good? Atreus, are you ready? Are you ready as well, Atreus?
I'm working on... Okay, there. I'm all ready.
And what do you want Uraeus to do if something happens?
Run.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just run as quickly as he can back towards us. If worst case scenario, I forgot what he has. What? He has like a poison bite or something, right?
Yeah, he has all sorts of attacks.
I think if he, worst case scenario, be ready to do the poison bite. Hopefully that will also slow the creature down if it's close, and then hopefully it'll keep getting hit with poison.
Right. I'm adding you guys to the combat tracker just to save me some time in case I need to. Go. All right, so you guys ready?
Yep.
So again, you hear in your voice in your head.
Tell me what you see, my servants.
And right after you hear that, you see sort of the hallway light up. And Uraeus, you can see... Oh, why can't I move this guy? You see this blue light coming down the hall. And just as it starts to, to land on top of Atreus, it jets out of the way. And you hear him say...
It's coming! It's coming!
Cadmus kind of turns to his back towards the wall so he could see both hallways just to be safe.
And then no sooner, did Uraeus move out of the way than that blue light goes off. And you don't hear any movement coming down the hall. You just hear silence.
Uraeus, can you go back up just right in the corner? Like right here? Wait. Like right here?
Yes. Yes, I can. Now,
Now, question so this, I have a new tool. This will come in handy. Did you use the actual drawing tool?
I did. I went to draw and then draw freehand.
Awesome. Now check this out. all of you will probably start to scribble on your own anyway, so you might as well get it over with. Hold your Q down and just start drawing with your mouse. Yes. Okay. Now, everyone stop. Stop drawing with your mouse. It's a quick draw. It's much better for the kinds of things we're talking about. And as you can see, after a few seconds, it just goes away. So it's really nice for someone like, hey, go over here or whatever else. So like, it's Q. So on your little sticky note of commands to remember, it's Q.
So mine didn't go away because I was actually still on free draw. Sorry.
Oh my god, is that you, jackass?
Sorry, you're good.
Deface the dungeon.
I'm like, where did all of that stuff come from?
I'm a tagger. You didn't know that? Atreus is a tagger. He was tagging up the dungeon.
All right, so you want Uraeus. So Atreus told Uraeus to head to the corner, right?
No, Cadmus told Uraeus to head right there. And then if he starts moving, come back down.
But if he doesn't move, taunt him.
All right. He's. I see him. He's standing by one of the big braziers. And as of right now, I don't see him. I don't see him moving quite yet.
Give to me your sight, my servants.
Yell something about his mom, and then run.
So Uraeus like jets away. And then no sooner did he get out of sight that the light goes off. Now, Atreus, you saw this light pouring into the room as you pressed up against the wall. Dob, you as well. You did see the light, right, in the room when you were in there?
I didn't have my character selected, so I didn't necessarily see it just in the room.
Well, I'll give you a preview. So select your character, and what you saw was this.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
But then it went off. Now, interestingly, or not interestingly, Cadmus, because Cadmus's head is aimed to the east. Out of his right periphery, saw the passageway to the right light up as well.
Guys, I think they're coming from both directions. Wow, that really hurts, man.
Voice acting is hard. You should try
Doing this voice. This voice is so hard.
Alright. Now I can't even remember which voice I'm supposed to be talking in right now.
All right, so you are on the verge of combat. This thing hasn't done anything yet. It's wanting more than anything to send back a signal to the big general that something's afoot. Like you've already figured this out. It's a sentinel.
Yeah, it seems like when one moves, they both move too. Like, so if we get one moving, they're both going to come no matter what.
Well, I think the conclusion that you would draw, Atreus, is that when they get the command to look, which has been happening roughly every minute or so, that's when they move.
Okay, so you said hold Q for the quick draw?
Yes.
Uraeus. Go here. Can you go here right in front of the door?
Again?
I want to see if you go in the light, he'll turn and come down towards us.
You gotta taunt it.
Yeah. Stick your tongue out at it. Something.
All right, I'll taunt. I'll taunt. Should I be physical with it?
Yeah, just spit at it.
All right. Hey, little fella. What's that? What's up? What you doing?
And as of right now, really nothing's happened.
You had such a good plan.
Yeah. Oh.
Can you throw a rock at it?
Unsvati, what transpires beyond my sight?
Move down, not into the room.
There's a root in there.
You're supposed to go down the hallway. Ah!
Sorry, I forgot the plan. That's fair. So down the hallway. Here he goes. Okay, he's here.
He was supposed to go down the hallway.
And this time you the light stays on, and the hallway to the south is lit up, and you start to hear something. Supposedly. Hold on. I hate when things don't work. I have to double click it? I guess it's just not going to do anything. So what you were supposed to hear was this. Kind of a ways off. You sort of hear this low, you guys hear that, right? This low thumping sound.
Can we tell if it's coming from the north or the south?
It's most definitely coming from the south.
We must put out their eyes. We must put out their eyes.
Go bite its eyes.
Is that for real? You want him to go bite the eyes of this thing?
Should we get some reaction shots since that guy walked around the corner?
Oh yeah, we
You
were
should.
all ready.
You should. So, I guess here we go. I think it's
Let's get ready to rumble!
all right. Let's get ready to rumble. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, battle music starts. I need you guys to, dare I say, roll for initiative.
What is the 0.15? 0.14?
It's balancing.
Oh no.
Irrational die.
All right. So we have now rolled for initiative. And you guys have, before we start, you guys have whoever's readied and has line of sight can do what they want to do. So Uraeus can do something. Atreus can do something. Dob, you don't have line of sight. Orbeck can do something. Cadmius can do something. And Abasi can do something, although he'll be at risk of hitting Uraeus. He probably will hold. So in order, why don't you do it? Atreus, you go first.
Atreus?
Yes,
Okay, hold on.
Atreus.
I need to find. I don't have any ranged weapons, do I? Oh. You could throw daggers, right?
Yeah, I should also, hold on, I should begin combat, by the way.
Battle has begun.
Look at that fancy round, in the chat window. Yay.
Wow. Okay.
Right, so you are actually up, Atreus. Go ahead.
Okay, even though it.
Because
Even though
we're doing all
I'll
of our reaction shots.
You're doing reaction shots. I can let you move as soon as you tell me you're ready to. Just you.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
So I have line of sight though on him.
Yep. Well, you have.
Okay.
I mean, it's partial cover.
Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out here, like get to where I can see him better,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna call my shot. I am gonna throw my dagger for his eyes, like try to hit his eye with my daggers.
All right.
Okay.
So just have to. If cold shot is disadvantage.
How do I do disadvantage? Will it pop up? Because I think.
Yeah, you'll get the chance when you go to roll.
You
Okay.
should, because we configured it that way, didn't we?
I think so. Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. I did a crappy roll anyways. And it didn't give me the disadvantage window. It didn't pop up. I just rolled really bad.
You want to roll, since you didn't get disadvantage, you want to try. Well, it would have been a miss anyway. It would have been the lowest one.
Yeah,
right?
it wouldn't have mattered. So.
Up next is Atreus. We have to figure out what happened because we had this all set up.
Yeah.
Targets. Let's see if this works. And this guy's gonna go and do bless. What can this guy do from a range? Look. Features. Here we go, Spitfire. Dexterity saving throw. Normal.
Seems
And
like it. Right?
hold on, I'm looking, and yeah, it did 12 points of damage. Did it remove it? Yep, it did. So it took 12 points of damage. And that puts us to Cadmius. Would Cadmius try to shoot through Uraeus? Or do you think he wouldn't, and it would just be Horbeck? Abasi's going to sit it out, so it's either Horbeck or Cadmius. What do you think?
I don't think Cadmius would try to shoot through. He doesn't even have he doesn't have his longbow or anything equipped anyways, so he would have to use the action to try to grab his. Oh wait, no, but if I was preparing, right, it
Yeah.
would, like, I'm not sure how that works, because right now it just shows him with unarmed strike and a dagger is what he's
well,
equipped.
equip whatever he's going to be equipped with, because you weren't running him.
Okay. Oh, it changed again. That's weird. Now his rapier's equipped too. I think he probably would still hold because Uraeus is in the way. I don't think Cadmius would do anything to risk
All right.
hurting Uraeus.
All right, then whoever's running Horbeck, take Horbeck's shot.
Nice. Not so nice.
So you still had, looks like, why does it say Cadmius Delbane checks their sightline?
I do not know. I'm not seeing that.
Okay, never mind. It was just from a reaction thing. Okay. So yeah, it took another 12 points of damage. It looks like it did remove it. So the damage is working. And that brings us to officially the first turn. So Dob, it is your turn. And can you guys give me 2 shakes? I'll be right back, okay?
You're is gonna.
All right, I'm back. Here we go.
Okay. Dob is going to throw some ball bearings into the hallway and then hide again. So hopefully Ding Dong comes over them and falls and then is prone, and then we can smite him.
All right. Go for it. So just where do you want the? I mean, I don't know that we've. That's an inventory item, correct?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's usable. Let me look.
No, it's usable. Roughly.
So I'm gonna do all this from
I can hear.
From hiding. Yeah, I'm gonna throw them right there.
All right.
I'm just reading up on them. Let's see. As an action, you can spill these from a pouch to cover a level square area 10 feet on a side. A creature moving across must succeed on a DC 10 dexterity throw or fall prone.
DC 10.
Yeah. So I guess I just use it.
Yeah, so it's done. Yeah, like so you've used your ball bearings.
Yeah, does it use the whole bag? What if I only want to use 500?
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to scrounge them up after the battle. So you guys see all these like little ball bearings, so like tink tink sort of glitter in this bluish light in the hallway. And
I'm gonna sneak back in the corner and then remain hidden.
And it's you know, Neken's turn next. Anub. All right. So moves 20 feet towards the movement. I am so I can't. There we go. 20 feet. So now he has to do a dexterity.
Yep.
Right. Dexterity save. The good news is he's got an 18 plus 8. Hold on.
18 plus 8 dexterity.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
I think he might be okay.
So much for that.
Oh, but he got a 1. Well,
that's wild.
I think that he deserves. Yeah. So he's now fallen prone. So he wouldn't have made it that far. He would have fallen like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, you need a banana slip cartoon noise on your soundboard.
Oh, I have one of those. I should get it. Yeah, I have that sound. And he is now prone, right?
Yep.
I've got to figure out why I have on effects. I have 2 versions of every effect. I don't know why they're different. All right, so he's prone, and that is his turn. So so Uraeus, feeling pretty good. Again, is going to go with his Spitfire. Or actually, wait a minute. All right, actually, he's going to move in within 10 feet. He's actually going to constrict. Because this guy's already prone. What's that say?
Yeah, by the way, while he's prone, we need to melee him, because we'll have an advantage on melee, but disadvantage on ranged. So.
Ooh. All right, so yeah, so you see Uraeus like strike at this thing with his tail and wrap its tail around, but as he's doing it, also clubs it really well. And did I get a crit? No. So it's a normal hit. So it does another 10, 10 worth of damage. And blanket removed. I'm just trying to read the entire thing. I've never used constrict before. So it is now also grappled. We'll take this and we'll add.
Was
its
that
prone.
double advantage then, since he was prone and now grappled too?
Yeah, so he'll have to get a DC 15. He'll have to escape a DC 15. So before he can even then use, because prone you just get up, it just takes half your movement. But he's actually going to have to break grapple. So here's to hoping. See what you guys can do. And when he fell, the lights did go off. Bloop. And that ends his turn.
Yeah, so I do have a question on the. Since he is prone, he is on the ground, but he has Uraeus wrapped around him as well. Then, correct?
Yeah, so he's constricted. You can easily get in, targeted hits. The only way you would possibly hit Uraeus is if you fumble.
Okay. So then I'm gonna come up into melee range, and I am gonna take my sword, my long sword, and just, since I have advantage, this should normalize it. I'm gonna come down right into his eye, like with my sword, just straight down with all my force.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do that thing.
That's not targeting him for some reason.
I had kind of a hard time targeting earlier. I think I ended up pushing T.
There we go.
Clicking on them and then hitting T.
I might have disabled some easy target module or something.
Did it roll with advantage or disadvantage?
It rolled with advantage, and you got a 14. You got a 10 and a 14.
Okay. I'm guessing. Huh?
So since this is the experiment, if you guys look at this, so there's difference like in these cards now. Like you can see where it says advantage 14 under longsword. Right, you can click that 14 and it'll show you the math.
Ah, okay. Not that it matters, but I think because I called a shot, it should have rolled normal without the advantage. But I'm not getting the pop-up that says disadvantage normal, so we need to figure out that. Likewise, that's not happening.
Can you make a note of that?
Yeah. And so since he is grappled, I am going to sneak back down into the corner and end my turn.
All right, this brings us to Horbeck.
Warback's gonna run up there and smash. Dang it. I have my crossbow equipped. Warback is gonna run up there and switch weapons. Oh wait, Horbeck gets an extra attack, right? Pretty sure.
I don't know. He should call his cousin Karen and find out.
Yeah.
You know what? It's too late, but I'm also supposed to have an extra attack. I didn't realize that.
Bummer.
Yeah, does extra attack work if you're like if I use my action to switch weapons, do I still get extra attack?
Yep.
Okay. So then I will run up and use my extra attack.
I do so. Hits. It made that count.
It looks like it's figuring out the the attack roll advantage, disadvantage stuff on its own, and then
It is.
you still get the prompt on the damage though.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, because so we disabled a bunch of stuff and then re-enabled and enabled some flanking and cover, a flanking and covering module that works in concert with our battle module, MIDI-QL. And it feels pretty efficient so far. So what we're going for is the fun of rolling and attacking and figuring your stuff out without the math. All right, Sue's up.
I'm
See, she moved.
struggling to target.
You'd have to. I think the consensus is you either hit in the toolbar on your left. There's little 3 concentric circles. You can click that and then target, or you can hit T. Is that right, guys?
Yeah, I think I clicked on it once to get like the rectangle around it, and then hit T to get the arrows.
Ah.
Vicious Mockery.
Oh. God. Did I
So
get that? Wrong target.
so you mocked Uraeus.
Oh God.
Was that intentional?
No. I was trying to click the person behind your ears.
Ah. The saving throw 10. And it succeeded.
Well, back behind the corner for me then, I guess.
Awesome. Bossy. Except for another creature within. So he's also going to come in, although it's very crowded because Horbeck's there. Goes here. That's his movement. He won't be able to get out of the way. He's gonna risk it. He's gonna hope that you guys have his back on this. And then targets. And hits with his ceremonial capeche. Normal hit. Oh, does all of 5 damage. And gets another hit with it. For his multi-attack. And he gets to roll with advantage because of the flanking. Uh-oh, and he crits. This roll is critical. This time he does 14 damage. He likes that. And now he rolls from the critical hit table. Stay down. So
Should we get
down.
another round of prone?
What's that?
Do we get
Yeah.
another round of prone?
Yeah, you know what? I'll give him this. He's like now laying flat, so he'll have to use all his movement to stand up, not half of his movement. So there you go. And that ends Abasi's turn. And now it is the last turn. And he's over there going like, what do I do? What do I do? So he's going to go look at the stuff. What do we have? Symbols, magic weapon. Yeah. Spellbook. Yeah, he's just going to be readied in case anyone comes around the corner from the south. And brings up Delbane. Now, Delbane, saw some blue light from the south, just as a reminder.
Yeah, Cadmus is he's gonna come around over here to the wall, and he's gonna get right here and he's just gonna ready again himself. Well, I guess he's still readied, right? Is he still readied?
Nope, that's once per round.
Okay, he's gonna ready himself again just in case someone comes around this corner, because with everyone around the guy up there, he doesn't want to risk hitting anyone with a bow. And
all right.
I don't know if there's enough room for him to get in there anyways. Okay, hold on. It's tricky doing both of these and getting the right HUD to come up. Okay, cool. And so you're ready. All right, and that ends Cadmus' turn.
I'm wondering if I should go down with Cadmius.
Join me. Let us prepare for battle. This shall be glorious. I don't know if that's what Cadmus would say.
I'll be down in a moment. I have something up my sleeve.
Voice was that?
I hit him with my sacred flame.
All right, I need everybody to roll initiative. Let me reset it. Roll for initiative. We just need Atreus. All right.
Also, I know we started late today, but I should go at some point to do like homework and other uncool things like that.
I was gonna say I think we're at the top of the round. I think we're at the top of the round.
Yeah, do we want
And
to call?
this is probably a good time. That was my point. I just wanted to see my pretty round 2 come up. Up
So,
now. Double.
Before we end, question for the two of you: do you prefer having it auto roll, like where we don't have to roll the advantage disadvantage, or do you prefer being the pop up coming up and we manually do it?
I mean, I think it's fine for it to pick it as long as it's always exactly right. The problem is just if there's going to be circumstances where it doesn't know.
So what it does now, and I think this might be the best of all the worlds, is that it pops up that window, and even though it seems like an extra step, it pre-selects what it thinks is the right answer, whether it's advantage or normal. I don't know if you noticed that, but like one of the 2 buttons or one of the 3 buttons will be highlighted. Like that's so like if you like when you roll a crit, it'll for the damage it'll highlight the crit button as opposed to the normal button. But the reason it does that is so that I can say, like, you know what, even though it was a crit, now just roll normal. Not that I would do that, but like it gives you some authority and flexibility on on that part of the automation. I think everything else is. What do you think, Curtis? Are you liking the automated better?
I think, like Cliff was saying, so the downside is right now when we roll to hit, I shouldn't have gotten an advantage on my roll, because even though he was prone, because I was calling a specific shot, but it still gave me advantage because it didn't know that I called that shot. So it has no way of knowing that I'm saying, like, I'm trying to aim directly for its eye. So I think I do think it, like Cliff, it's probably better to have the pop-ups for both of them because of those unique scenarios. As long as it still, even where it says advantage, normal, or disadvantage, it will highlight advantage because it'll say, hey, you're supposed to have advantage. So I think that will be the best of both worlds, because damage, it does that, but it auto did the actual attack roll for us.
Oh, so when you hit attack, it didn't ask you whether or not you wanted to.
No, it just auto attacked.
Okay, let me make a note of that. I thought we had that set to not auto. Ask. Advantage. Okay. I've added that to my to-dos. Anything else? Any other observations? Did everyone enjoy the...
Let's get ready.
I like it was. It was a lot faster.
Yeah.
Somehow I had turned you guys all down, so I don't know if you were talking, but like, what was that?
Oh, I just said it was much faster tonight than it ever has been, so that was pretty cool.
Well, I think it was. Well, I think the interface itself was faster, and I think the gameplay was faster. The scheming, I think that there was a lot of scheming that had to happen on this one because it was a little unknown. But yeah, cool. Well, listen. On that note, I think we're going to call it, unless anyone has alternate ideas.
Sounds good.
So when we join next time. We're at the top of the round. It's Da Bull's turn. You have one of these corrupted gentlemen, both constricted and prone, completely prone, double prone on the ground. Will take his entire movement to get up once it breaks its constriction. You have another gentleman caller coming from the south. You hear the thumping steps of something large coming your way. And you're trying to, I believe, put out the eyes so that this thing can no longer see you periodically, because you've learned that every minute or so it sees through the eyes of these creatures. Cool. Well, on that note, hey everybody, thanks for playing. Light load tonight, but it was a lot of fun.
Cool. See you guys
later.
See you guys.
Let's